Lassie gonna be first up versus Astral. Astrali? I want to call you Astrali. I think that's a cool name. So Rod getting set up as Lassie, got himself full vendetta. Dots versus Dots. Australia potentially could have the biggest go versus Lassie. Lassie literally line deciding through the tombstone. What? It's gonna be Necrolord Bleeds getting set up. Lassie sells a bunch of bleeds over Australia. As he's trying to see if he can go for a stun around the corner. Gonna be still Dots running down the rogue. Not Cloak of Shadows just yet. This rogue gonna be in trouble. Full haste mode right now. Australia, if he gets the setup, gonna be a rogue with the Cloak of Shadows and a Vanish. Trying to see if he can get out of there. Astral with a Dark Soul and the... what's it called? Dark Glare. Burn off all the damage versus Lassie. Trying to see if he can maybe go for it. I literally hit him with the staff as he gets hit with the Garrote. He literally can't do anything while Garrote is like just gonna beat him over the head with the staff. Gonna shot by Lassie. That's gonna be a human racial out of Astral. As he goes in for a fear, Resonant Trinket does smack the Warlock quite a bit. Deathbolt versus the Rogue with a Drake to follow. Is the Rogue in big trouble? Does that Deathbolt do enough damage right now? That's a lot of dots rolling. If he has those dots empowered, this could be pretty bad for the Rogue. Is going to be that blind onto Astral. And Lassie looking for the reset. He is going to have dots getting him out, but that quick stealth shield is going to give him potentially a decent opener. It looks like he actually waited out for those dots to leave him at the very last second. Flash cut real quickly. That was going to be a short snap on Australia. Is able to get some dots on the Rogue, denying him the stealth opener. Going to be the Vendetta back up though. This Rogue got a pretty aggressive Vendetta. The more energy spends, the faster you get that Vendetta back. Going to be Australia trying to go for a bit of a port. Needs to get himself a fear. Sometimes he's going to get a slow onto the Rogue. The Drain left to follow. Catches up quite a bit of healing with that Warlock Hellstone. Trying to go for a fear onto the Rogue. Should be able to get a setup. UIs are getting set up. Full dots. Soul Rot everything. And should be able to get himself quite a bit of drain. Get a shot by Lassie. Still could be a lot of pressure onto the Warlock. Does himself Dark Pack very, very soon. In just mere seconds. Needs to use it immediately. There's going to be Dark Pack last second. Fear onto the Rogue yet again as he continues to drain him as best as possible. Going to be a quick kick onto that Fear. Going to get the dots ramped up. Lassie has the dots burning on the way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Beggar waited. Beggar saw what's happening. Beggar saw what's happening and he waited. Astral, I think the seed is going to go down. But Beggar, I like that he was like, wait, seed pod. Because either way, like Beggar, whether he's right next to the guy, whether he's in the room, that's still pretty shadow step range. I'm okay with that one. I'm alright with that one. He burned his shadow steps and he's played assassination. I think that's why he wanted to kind of like hang next to him. He wanted to make sure that, well, I burned his shadow step. Like, that's mobility. I don't know. But I like that he didn't just stop him from like, yo, you don't get that seed pod. Quick think about Beggar. That's something if you have a Night Fae on your team, you gotta be actually careful. Like, wait, is there a seed pod? I know you want to get in there immediately, but you gotta be like, was there a seed pod? Kraken getting stabbed up with all the blades rotting him down, but it's gonna activate Recklessness. Beggar trying to see if he can maybe back for his life versus Kraken. Might need a pop evasion. This is gonna be a quick vanish. Skragar waddling around with a big old flash scout. I think playing a Medisoul bind. That's the one that lets you move, right? Gonna be a Resonant Trinket coming down. Kraken trying to see if he can leap away. Beggar gonna go for the full Vendetta roll going. Big evasion out for the Rogue. Gonna be a quick fear by Kraken. He knows he can't really do much against the Rogue who got evasion. So he needs to find a way just to CC him. And just wait out that evasion for a little bit. Kraken does need to go for a little bit of health recovery. Next gonna check can be really deadly. Trinket is available in case he needs to. There goes the Trinket. Get himself that impact to victory. Rogue does not have an evasion anymore. Potentially the Kraken could re-engage. Does get to re-engage. Looking to maybe land that big execute. Beggar with the Blazer. Taking a bit of damage. Gonna be Kraken popping off. A big in regeneration. Beggar is super low on health. Could potentially be going down blind onto Kraken. But because he trinketed earlier that kidney shot, which he had to, otherwise that man was dead. Beggar does get to go for a bit of a reset. Kraken looking to find Beggar. Does he maybe leap on top of him at random? Going for the leap. Trying to see if he can maybe chance it. Does not quite get it. It is going to have to get into maybe potentially get the eyes. I was going to say maybe a Recklessness here. Or not Recklessness. But Berserker Rage to break out of the sap. Going to be a quick disarm by the Rogue. As the Rogue is looking to put control into this situation. Did already cheap shot Kragar? Because a nice hidden shot could be very, very DR. Get a shot is DR, but still gonna get him an extra set of bleeds onto the Warrior. Big Reckless is up. I think just a proc for Kraken. Gonna be advantage for the Rogue and a flash scout for Kraken as he's still focusing on picking up the eye to find the Rogue. It's gonna be Beggar for second dead. Oh, slam down with the raging blows. Every time I try to explain it, I just can't do it. It's gonna be toxic PvP. SKRT Skirtoxic? I'm not even sure how to say your name, but it's gonna be Toxic. Ooh, I like that weapon. I think with a blue mug, it looks so good. Got himself the big A-bomb limb, but Cracker is nowhere to be found. That's going to be a full A-bomb limb just going out of the window, and full A-bomb just slow it down completely. Going to be Shattering Throw to break through a shield. That's Toxic. Get it blasted out with those Raging Blows back to back as Cracker trying to see if he can mince him down, trying to see if he can tenderize him a little bit with a mace, and then chop him into tiny little bits with a big old axe. Going to be the IBF out of Toxic as it goes in for Lichborn as well. Full defenses as Cracker got himself full banner. Cracker is immune to these slows, basically immune. Cannot even slow at a certain point. Going to be a full death back. Trinket. Oh, reflected stone back onto himself. That's going to be Cracker taking out the Death Knight, charging in versus Lucifer. I swear I'm never going to be able to get back into what I was talking about, the Kirin Do It thing. Going to be Fel Lord dropping in. Looking to knock down Cracker, but does Blade Storm pass him. Going to be a stun by the Felguard. That's going to be Mortical to follow. Tyrant join in. Cracker fears all those demons away. He ain't dealing with none of them. Tyrant being forced way out. Cracker's actually going to go for a line to sight of that Tyrant completely. Just trying to get away from the thing as soon as possible. And Cracker looking for a bit of a reset, getting charged back at Lucifer. He does see the Obelisk. Should be able to take down the Obelisk as soon as possible. Fellord still in play. Could go for one final knockdown. Looks like he's not going to be able to do so. Lucifer tried to see if he can avoid Cracker. Got him some mobility, a ports, he got gateways, everything. Tried to go for a bit of a drain versus Cracker just to catch up on healing. Stone onto the Warrior, acid charges in, full Reckless is available. That's why the Warrior needs to max out the most amount of damage wall up for Lucifer as they try to do whatever they can just to survive it. Gonna be a couple of Demon Bolts versus Cracker. Reflective Fear back into himself. It's gonna be Mortal Coil, I think, with a Warlock Hellstone as well, just to catch up as much healing as humanly possible. A little ghosty out here next to Lucifer telling them, hey, I got a nice little grave for you. This one is gonna put you in the ground. Unless Lucifer can maybe turn it around. That's gonna be a dark pack. Obelisk down. Stun into Cracker. Lucifer could potentially get himself a bunch of pets with an Obelisk, and that'll be a ton of damage. Lucifer getting kind of lowish on health. Hand to go down. Drain life, just using that resolve trigger that he has in order to get himself a little bit extra healing. Quick Fear onto Cracker. No Zerker Rage out of this one. Next stun could be kind of bad. Gonna be the Demon Doggers joining in. I didn't get to see if he's summoning 2 Demon Doggers or 3 Demon Doggers. I want to say it's 3. Likely has a tier set. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Mortical into Cracker. If anything, Lucifer definitely got that control. Stun into Cracker. Got himself the Tyrant rolling in. Cracker has the Fear for the pets as well as the Warlock is going to chase after the Warlock afterwards. Looks like the Wrathguard ignored that fear completely. I don't even know how. Going to be Reflect for Cracker. It's going to be still a bunch of damage from this pet's Blaze Storm to keep himself immune from any more CC for a second. Lucifer super low on health. I think might be getting slammed down. Fellord joining in. Trying to knock down Cracker. Cracker avoiding, and it's going to be Seed Pod. The pet is still in play. And Cracker is trying to see if he can avoid this pet as best as possible. Looks like the Felguard died. I think he cleaved down the Felguard with the Whirlwinds and the Blade Storms. The last one left sporting that team too is going to be Talrion, trying to see if he can hold the fort. Cracker with a full Reckless is looking to maybe just unleash the most. It's going to be Warrior for Warrior, Banner for Banner. It's going to potentially be the most amount of damage out of these two as they hit on that 9-minute mark. Barely any healing available. Cracker burning off his own Reckless Regen. So did Talrion. Both of them super low. Talrion borrowing that health with a Rallying Cry. Potentially could be Cracker doing the same thing. Cracker does not borrow health just yet. Maybe with a Battle Master Circuit, going to be leap for leap. As Talrion trying to see if he can break away from him. Fear, Zerker Raging out of it. Talrion leaping again. He got the leaper leg. He's just trying to stay as mobile as he can. Charge it back towards Cracker. Does see himself potentially impending victory. Oh, Cracker leaping in, Goomba stomping the boy. Oh my goodness, you guys look like the Alliance of the Horde version. You guys look very, very similar. You got the Tavern, no shoulders, weapons, Cracker with a 4, one of them being a C-Pod kill. Let's go. Wait, was it Cracker 5 potentially? Or 4? I think it was 4. I think it was 4 because I think the first one was a Rogue and the Warlock. Cracker making a return, claiming that old warrior glory.